Then we start to load the ink to the printer. We can see here we have four kinds of color here: black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. And we can see here this is the alarm board here. So before we load the ink, we must push down the button here for each. So when the ink alarm is on, that means we need to refill the ink. For example, we load magenta ink. And one more thing is, before we deliver the machine, we already fill about 100 milliliter ink for each tank here. So once you get the machine, we need to refill. We find out the magenta ink. And also, if the ink is dye-based, we must fill the same ink to the ink tank. Now we check before we fill. And then we fill the ink to the tank. Before we fill, we push down the button, and then we fill. When the light is off, then we stop filling. We just fill. So that means we push down the button, and when the ink is enough, then will be let off. So we must be sure all the ink is off. For example, right now the ink is off, the red light is off, and the alarm sound is disappear. That means we already fill enough ink. We must fill about 2/3 of the total volume of the ink tank. And this is very important. We must pay more attention to each tank. We must be sure all the ink tank have enough ink before we do the printing job. Otherwise, if the ink tank is lack of ink and we not fill the ink immediately, then when we print, the printing head will lack of ink. It will short the printing head, because the bubble jet printing head is control the print jet by the high temperature of the print head inside. So if no ink in the print head, then the temperature of the print head will be rising quickly. That will short print head easier. So anyway, we must fill enough ink and pay attention to each ink tank. And also we open the alarm sensor for each. The red button here. See, now the light is off. That means the magenta have enough ink, but the yellow, cyan, black don't have enough ink right now. So we need to fill another 3 kinds of ink to be sure. When we push down the button and when we push down the button first, fill the ink, and then fill enough ink, then all the light is disappear and all the alarm sound disappear. That means we have already filled enough ink. And we must keep all the buttons open all the time. Because if you close the button here, for example, I close it, I push down the button, then we close off, and then the alarm board will not working. So for normal using, we must push out to be sure the board is working. This is the power button. We must open it for each. And then we install back the cover. And also for the cover, we cannot fasten. We must open a little bit. We be sure we have enough ink. We have enough air go to the inside of the ink tank. For example, you tighten like this. It's wrong. It's different. It's wrong procedure. We must loosen a little bit, about 2 cycles, to be sure the air can go through inside. All the ink tank we must open. Be sure it have air go inside. So this procedure to load ink. In one word, first we open the button here, make all the board working, and the light is on, then we fill ink. When the light is off, then we stop filling, and then we close the cover, and the cover cannot tighten enough. Must loosen about 2 or 3 cycles to be sure the air can go through. So this is the whole procedure. And also here we can see the cable from here. This is the ink level sensor inside. And the ink level sensor connect to this connection. And here we can see the battery here. The battery on the control board for each tank. So the battery will be running out. So when the battery is running out, we need to change it to new battery inside. Otherwise, we're not working. For save the battery, so on the machine before delivery, we will close off the button. So once you get the machine, you need to push down to make the battery working. When the battery is running out, you change to new battery, then it will be working again.